One last handbrake skid. Gone.
Right, so today we got my 172 rep. It is a 2 litre. It's not, it's really not. Anyway, we've got a big back axle on it. It's got discs instead of drums, it's got a bigger torsion bar built into it. So we're going to build that today, put it on the car. Yeah, see how it goes. Got to put the brake parts, got to bleed it, got to run new handbrake cables.
It's just a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, a few hours. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to crack on Morgan's car then for the track day build.
Listen up. It's never too late to change our love. So don't let them steal your life.
After a move springs at 170.
Right, what are we doing then step by step, mate?
First thing we do is remove the wheels. Once we remove the wheels, we're going to remove the exhaust because my handbrake cable is under this heat shield by here. So we get to it, you'll remove the exhaust, move that, pop that off there. I'll undo the shocks next, undo the 2 bolts, drop back here and drop down. Undo the brake pipes both sides, drop the 6 bolts, undo that, that's a lot.
That's the plan.
Hadouken!
So just so we know what we're doing, because we, oh sorry man, I zoomed in right in your face. There you go. TJ head style.
You know, if you're a mechanic, you'll know that this stuff here is called a liquid timing tool. You do this to mark the crank or the cam.
It is Tipex or semen in a can, whatever you want to call it. It's just stainy stuff.
So Tipex that or that.
So we know which one goes where. Yeah. Even though we're probably going to rub them off in 2 minutes.
Yeah, and we're going to rub it off.
And then not know where they go. But yeah, that's a top tip of the day from 2 people who...
I haven't got a jar of glue.
No, we haven't got a jar of glue. We've got a jar of Tipex. We've got a jar of Tipex.
Really, you're supposed to do your brake fluid every 4 years, but this probably ain't been done never. So we're going to bleed it with Castrol for the track day as well. So I don't
.4 Castrol.
Probably can't see me because that fucking light, but as you can see, everything is off. Shocks are off, wheels are off, brake lines are off, exhaust is off, everything is off. What we've got left, probably can't see, there's 2 large bolts up there, 2 large bolts up there. They're holding in the axle. They are, aren't they? Yeah. They're technically holding the axle, just big. 16 mils, 15 mils, whatever they are. And once that's down, it's pretty much ready to be dropped down. If I'm getting this right, if I'm not missing a step, it will just drop out. We'll get it on transmission jacks, and we'll lift it down. Right, so now what I'm going to do, because they're not heavy, but when you're doing bolts and the outside drops, and
yeah, you don't want it dropping on you.
Organised and you keep it neat.
Support it.
Yeah, just make it support it. It can give you grief. Makes life easier. So that's going to support under them 3 bolts, that's it, under them that side.
And those bolts are...
Never been off?
No.
Fucking, I'll get the grinder out.
Right then, time to remove this axle. Right, as you can see there, on the right is the 1.2 rear axle, and on the left is the 1.7.2 rear axle. Obvious differences are obviously on the 1.7.2 you've got your discs and your pads, and you've got Josh sat next to it. You've also got a much thicker torsion bar. Actually, does the 1.2 have a torsion bar?
Yeah, a little one.
A little one, yeah, it's pretty much nothing, but right in the, like, running all the way down, sorry, I can't keep my finger straight, running all the way down you've got a really, really thick torsion bar. Apart from that, like, there's not much difference, apart from, obviously, like, you can see there, actually I'll move the camera that way, you can see there, obviously it's going to poke out a bit more, but that's not really a problem. Yeah, because, well, he's got the 1.7.2 wheels and shit on there anyway already, so it's got a little bit more poke. What would you say that is, about 2 inches, maybe 3 inches?
It fills the arch gap.
It fills the arch gap. You do have about 2 or 3 inch arch gap, so. So we're now thinking the only way to get the exhaust up, the axle up, is to fit the exhaust first, there, of the cat, and just mount it up, because those bushes are not fucked enough for the axle to swing 90 degrees down. So now the exhaust is, I wouldn't say fully mounted, but it's mounted up in place. So now that it can just bolt on down by the cat, which Joss is just about to do, and you can hardly see it because we've got no light. But yeah, I'm gonna bolt it up, get it out of the way, and then just lift like the rear axle up into place.
Right, so the next step is we bolted on the axle now. It's all nice, it's aligned properly. All the where the bolts was originally, it's like a nice clean surface, so I know exactly where I need to bolt it to. I've done that. Next thing to go is the shocks, but before that I'm going to plumb up all the brake lines, the ABS sensor and stuff.
Right, the next step now, as you just saw, is bleeding the brakes. Now, yeah, there you go. We know how to bleed brakes, don't we?
Yeah, of course.
Other people may not know. So, I'm going to be in there pumping the brake, which is that pedal. If you don't know, that's how the fuck are you this far in? And Josh is going to be there watching the fluid come out.
Hold it down. Down. Okay. Pump it.
Valid. looks so much better. And the other side. Oh, that's crazy. That's so much better than it first was. Great success. Thing is, after all that work, doesn't matter how you cut it, that is not safe. What's it like? What's it like?
No ABS.
What, no ABS?
No ABS.
Well, you lock up.
Oh, you don't really fucking like there.
The sensor going into the caliper. Speedo work?
Yeah, it works.
No ABS.